somebody's going to say, oh, you're a complementarian. Oh, you have a kinder, gentler, nice way of saying this. Why would you not want the label complementarian?
Well, they fumbled the football in the Danvers statement way back in the early days where those men were working together. They're trying to create kind of a coalition, and towards the goal of greater reformation down the line. I have no doubt that that's what those men, or many of the men that got known for that, wanted. But they rooted manhood and womanhood in roles and not in nature. And that's what undermines the entire Danvers statement, I think. And there's a lot of complementarians out there that emphasize the goodness of the different natures that of male and female. And so that's basically my position. But I don't like the word, because the word, first off, it lends itself to androgyny, to the interchangeability of roles, since it's not rooted in essential nature. And the other reason is that it was easy to take over, and it has been taken over. And there's lots of big names, I don't even care to say their names, that they call themselves complementarians, but when you describe their positions, that's just egalitarianism.
Right.
That's like all that is. And they also have a resentment towards the household that you see with women. They diminish the work of household executives, of housewives, of house mothers, of the builders and cultivators of society. They diminish it down to almost nothing, so much so that a woman is somehow sacrificing to stay home. Now, there's a sense where it is a sacrifice, but they mean missing out on the good stuff.
Right.
And you see that in complementarianism, where I feel like they're trying to return us the best ones, well, not the best ones, the most common conservative ones are trying to return us to the 1950s. That's not my goal. When you look at Proverbs 31, that's not what you see. In Proverbs 31, you see a woman that is very capable and accomplishing a lot, but she's doing it in concert with her husband and his work.
Let's go back to what you said about nature versus roles, because I think there's something key there. Basically, we're just bipedal carbon units, and we're walking around, and God says, okay, the taller ones, I'm going to have you go over here and do this stuff. And the shorter ones, you do this stuff. And it's in the Bible, so we believe the Bible, so we have to go where we're assigned. But if you don't believe that the assignment God gave you fits with your being,
that's right.
Right. Then at some point, it's going to start to wear on you as arbitrary and capricious.
That's right.
Right. Why can't I fly an airplane in combat? Because I can be as good at a control panel as a guy is, right? Or why can't I preach? I've heard, we've been around, right? We've probably heard sermons that weren't all that hot.
Yep.
And we've probably heard sermons that some of the women in our lives could have done a better job at. Right? Yeah. But it wouldn't have been fitting with the nature, their being. Right. So that if you're just looking at the content, if you're just looking at the fulfillment of the role, you could get the job done, but that's not what this is for.
You can nail in with a wrench. I've had to do it before. But that's not what a wrench is for.
Right.
And a wrench can do what a hammer does. Yeah, a little, kind of.
Right.
But it's not a hammer, and it has a purpose. And when you use it for its purpose, then, man, it gets the job done.